Hello, everyone, all of you good people out there. We're back, and when I say we, I of course mean me and Fuaranna.
Hoi!
Hello.
Hoi. I'm back too.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, we have been taking a break on this guy. Not on purpose, to be honest. We kind of like just had other stuff to do, so we just didn't really. It just really didn't was in our mindset for a little bit of a time. Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah. True.
So, but one day, Fuaranna, she says, enough is enough, Wikz. I can't handle it anymore. I need to build something. So I said, okay, you go in. And what we're seeing first here, guys, is Fuaranna's speed build, which is gonna be like the first 20 minutes of the video here. So before I rant too much, I think we should let Fuaranna here say what she's up to.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first of all, before I start talking, as you maybe can see, the footage is a little bit overly contrasted, and yeah, that's basically because I had an HDR setting on while I recorded, and I noticed it after the recordings, and they were overly bright. So I tried to tweak it a little bit in levels, but yeah. I guess you just have to deal with this for a little bit. But yeah.
You can still see what's happening. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, basically what I was trying to do is make a transition area for Galatea, because we now have that city center with these pretty buildings and stuff. And I first of all, I thought I could make something cool out of this canyon, but I put lava in, and I don't know, I just scratched that idea, and I thought we need more water, because Galatea is basically a city of water, or, living from the water or something like that. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, this is me terraforming the canyon a bit. I wanted to have a really iconic bridge that's actually based off a bridge in Spain, because we have looked at reference pictures from Moorish buildings, for example, what they have in Spain, and it's like a little bit of Mediterranean meets Arabic style. And I saw this bridge, and it had this rough sort of stone, and I really loved it. So that's what you will see me build in a little bit. But yeah, for a bridge, I mean, it would be a bit boring if it was only over a canyon. So I thought I would make something cool with waterfalls or something like that. So yeah, you see me do that. Oh, that's sometimes pausing a little bit. But
it's all good.
Yeah. Basically it's...
Yeah, I really like what you did. I love, I mean, I've seen it already, and you guys saw a little bit of some cinematic shots in the store, so you obviously know what we're talking about. But yeah, you you asked, what do you think about, like, because you added that boat right after you went in and did all the terrain and added all the trees around Galatea and etc. So, and that also gave us like a little bit more ideas to what we kind of want to extend, and that ruin section that we really wanted to do in the first place, we're actually gonna make that now too.
Exactly. Yes.
So I really like what you did here today.
Thanks.
So
yeah, it was a lot of fun actually, because we were a little bit burned out of Planko for some reason, even though this is not a super big project, but it's just, we're trying to mix some architecture styles and some fantasy. You just have to keep your mind fresh. So we didn't want to, right? So if you just keep on building just for the sake of building, you will not get great stuff if you're not feeling it. So I think the break was pretty good for us.
Oh yeah, I think so too. You just need a break.
Yeah.
That's just sometimes what you need.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely what we're going to do in Galatea next. The ruin section will be really cool. There will be another ride edit as well. So
yes.
So it's actually like a theme park, more like, with actual rides and stuff, not only a coaster. You can
Exactly.
you can see me built here with different brick styles. I was trying stuff out to put like accent on the walls. I don't know what's wrong with the colors here, but it must be my monitor. I don't know. Just try to see through that. Just ignore it. But I really love the rough brick. By the way, it's one of my favorite wall pieces.
I'm a fan too. I agree.
Has such a good texture, right? And you can color different parts of the brick, which I will do later, and I will comment on that later. To add accents and stuff like that. So yeah, it's actually an amazing piece. I love that rough brick. This bridge, I'm trying here out to find a balance of making it look like sort of ruined. Although we don't have that many wall pieces that we can use for that, so I'm just mix and matching a little bit. So it's from like a tidy city, like a upkept city, going over into the old ancient ruin section, something like that.
Because that's kind of like the vibe we want to try make, like, like they build a new town next to the ruins and stuff, etc. And this is kind of like what connects.
Yeah, exactly.
All of it together.
To have a good transition, because in theme parks, for example, you would probably have an arch or something that you walk under, maybe like you walk over a plaza and then you walk under an arch of a restaurant, and then suddenly you're in the next area. But there is always like a transition, although we want to make this look like more like a city than a theme park, so like a hard cut off transition like that, I don't think it would really fit. So
no.
It's quite fun to think about how are we going to make this look like a natural transition that is beautiful and entertaining to look at, right?
And also it's not like when we took this little break here, it's not like we haven't talked about it, because we found lots of references. We played a few games ourselves where it was like, oh, imagine building this in Galatea.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, let's do that. And so it's cute. It's constantly on our mind. We just don't feel like building it, but we kind of like just, we want to build it, just not now. So
yeah.
And a lot of these things you're gonna see me and Fuaranna here build a lot of these things here that we have found and looked into and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I think all in all, it's gonna look awesome, all of it together when we have.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? I mean, I think we have pretty cool ideas, and
for sure,
we're really happy to see that you guys love these series as well. So just trying to make more good stuff, right? Because just filling it up with placeholder buildings is not really our thing. So we did copy paste in panic in the last days of the contest, I think, when we did, yeah, because this was originally duo contest entry, and now we're keeping building on it, so we can actually remove some parts. Like, for example, the queue area for the coaster, I used some of my Age of Empires buildings because it was Persian themed to fill it up, but I deleted them because I want something specific for this town. So we will get back to all those spots to polish stuff later. And here, as you can see in the bridge, I'm trying to add more depth and details, but not make it look like super baroque or anything, because the building style is usually quite calm. That's not the proper word. More like it's not super busy with a lot of decals or anything. It's more like arches and pillars.
I totally get you.
Yeah, so of course I based it roughly off a building of a famous bridge in Spain, but I'm trying stuff out here, as you can see, with the tower there to make it give more depth and texture and different materials. And by the way, that fire pit roof that I'm using there is the best tip I got for this whole town. right?
Yeah, well,
that's a fire.
that's,
what is it called? Fire pit or something from the adventure pack, something like that.
Fire pit bowl. Yeah, fire pit.
Yeah.
Just adventure fire pit. I think it's called large and small. There's two different ones.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, before we miss it, what I'm doing right now in the video is I am changing the colors of the walls to give like a first perspective of making the bottom darker than the top. So you get an idea of, you get more depth that way almost. Like dark is heavy.
Yeah.
Dark is heavy and light is
love
light.
it.
Yeah.
I think it's smart thinking.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it adds a lot to the building. Otherwise, it would just have been sand colored, right? Right now, it's and also because it's actually standing in water and in a canyon, I felt like it would make sense to have like a dirty bottom of the tower and more clean at the top, where water and the sun would hit more easily and stuff. Wash it out a bit. So yeah, that's actually I can highly recommend, especially on these rough brick walls, because they have 4 flexi-color tiles, I think, so you can change different of the different stones in the wall, and it just looks really cool when you do that. Just don't make it all one color if you want some variation. This is what I want to say.
Yeah, I'm loving what you're doing here. Also, as you say, with the different colors, the different patterns, the textures different. Everything just looks so good with each other, and it's not too much of it at the same time, and it blends so well in together with the landscaping and what we already have in the town. It's
Thanks.
It's a good addition.
Yeah. I also felt like, what shall we do? Because we don't want to copy the same color palette exactly to the ruin section, I think. I think we need to make it stand out a little bit with some different colors, because it's more old, more dirty, more, maybe less bright colors as well. So basically trying stuff out here for the next section. Not that we need to take it over, but it's just to like a transition, like I said before. And using a little bit of dirt decals. We didn't really use them before.
No, I also did a little build here in the video where I also kind of used them a little bit now. Yeah. It's about time.
Yeah.
But but I thought it would be super cool to have, like, as soon as you come over the bridge to Galatea, the big town, you're just gonna be like in your eyes with like flowers, tulips, all more of those we have all around, and beautiful maybe some fields. Small towers and stuff. And then when you cross it to the other side, you get this sort of like down, like buildings that are like a little bit derelict, or how you say it, and broken. You have ruins, temples,
abandoned. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then the ride Fuaranna is talking about is probably a water ride.
Yep.
We still in the brainstorming section of it. But definitely something with water. So we think make that into like a ruin section and stuff like that. That would be super dope. Yeah. So probably a little bit more content and videos for you guys there too, which we also are excited about. Yeah. Because I think deep in our hearts, we kind of want to extend this series so much because we really love it. Yeah. We like building in here. Yeah. And it is a sad thing when you actually come to an end of a project when you actually like it. Yeah. I'm not even lying.
True.
So we're kind of happy that we kind of like took a break.
Yep.
And went back into it again.
Fresh energy.
Did our own thing. Yes.
Yep. And renewed ideas as well. And we will. It's fun to do it together because we both have sort of similar style of building, and also when we are how do you say it? When you're very enthusiastic about an idea, then I don't know, not everyone follows the same way, but working together is really easy because we sort of have the same approach. It's really fun.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's really easy. It's like, hey, I did this, and it's like, oh, cool, and then the other person just goes in the week after, and all right, what's this? Oh yeah, the rock work and stuff, trying some stuff out with the water here.
Did the smart trick, yes.
I'm not sure if I keep it there though.
Oh.
I might. I don't remember. It was a while back recorded in September, I think. But
Yeah, it's all recording. Sorry.
that's fine. But we are busy working on it again, so that's good.
Yes.
And I always love doing this trigger work with the waterfalls. It's just adds so much more magical feeling to the area, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
I love that you did it, that you took time to do it, because now it actually feels like it's... Yeah, it just feels natural in some way, as you say, like authentic.
Yeah, I hope so. Because
it does. I
mean,
like it.
The water has to come from somewhere, so I might have to see where to get it from.
We can extend it, right?
Yeah, maybe to the water that's at the other waterfall. You know what I mean? Maybe we can just pull it from there. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be super cool. It would be cool to have like a little like water flow going down there that you don't really notice, but it is there.
Yeah.
And that just makes it nice to know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You could even add like a little building to it that uses it for manufacturing things, or it's powered by water, stuff like that. We haven't really done that yet. We have only built houses and shops, but not really workshops and farms and stuff, and we're thinking of like adding a little bit more of that as well, because it's part of
like farm life.
Yeah, exactly, because that's also part of city life, right? It has to come from somewhere. It's not like it's magically
and you usually see like farms and stuff. They are like in that ruined sections of the town sometimes, like outskirts of the city, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So it would make sense.
Outside of the city walls.
Would probably so we can like, it would be dope to make like some sort of like small windmill sort of thing, you know, Moroccan Spanish sort of style.
Yeah.
We found someone that might be useful. So our brainstorm has definitely not been AWOL.
We've been busy. Yeah.
Only our hours in Planko.
Yeah.
I love this you're doing here.
Thanks. This is very like almost meditative to do rock work and stuff like that. I always try to mix different types of rocks, so it's not just, you know, pirate rocks or tropical ones. Yeah, foliage in between. Just sink it in the terrain and it will look real good, real quick and easy. Can highly recommend.
Yeah,
it's really fun to do. Yeah. Try to make it a bit overgrown at the bottom. You will see that later.
Look at that already. How much it makes as soon as you place rocks and foliage.
Exactly. The colors, I mean the sand of the walls, sand color. It's nice contrast with the green and the canyon rocks, I guess, or cliffs. Yeah. I had a lot of fun building this.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece. It looks really awesome.
Thank you, man. Thanks.
Yeah, and I think as soon as we get more stuff on the clip sides here and surrounding it and etc.
Yeah,
it's gonna blend so good in.
Yeah, I hope so. Little shot of a workshop right there. Anyway.
There you go, boy.
Well, yeah, it's basically just me trying to make the cliff look natural, sort of. I always look up reference pictures. So I had some pictures from like southern Spain and stuff like that, areas like that. To just base it off that, because you know you can have cliffs in Utah and you can have cliffs in like the Alps and southern Spain or maybe Morocco or something. I don't know. It all looks different, so yeah, it's always.
It does. It truly does.
It's always a good idea to look up reference pictures too. I don't know. Oh well.
For sure. Yeah, I love how when you go down like here at the water, you kind of see like the smog and like mist or what you say from the water and stuff.
Yeah.
It looks super cool.
Yeah. Added some triggers in. You have the bottom of the waterfall one. That's like surface water effect. That one adds mist and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was the bridge.
That was the bridge. Awesome. That is that awesome bridge, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna look even cooler when we get more stuff around, as we just mentioned.
Yeah. Awesome.
So
you're building something now.
Yeah, so I said to you, what if we add a little building next to the bridge here or something like that? And you said, yeah, go for it. So I tried to add something that kind of like, as soon as you left your bridge, there was this building here, right? So what I did was kind of like I was fiddling, try to get as you like different textures in, different wall themes and stuff. And I'm actually super happy how it turned out. It's kind of like a fallen down building, you know, that it's still going, and then because as much as I was in this park, it kept on saying your guest needs drinks, your guest needs drinks. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking add a freaking drinking shop in this guy here then now.
You're
right?
getting drinks now.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so let's say this is like, it can be like an old thing that some guy just took and, you know, opened up to sell some drinks and stuff, you know. And so I mainly just tried to make it a little bit of a ruin, broken down building, like with temple pieces. And, you know, as you can see here, I'm already like 4 different themes in this build here and trying to get everything sort of looking nice and fancy.
Yeah, I love it. What you're doing there. It's really clever.
Yeah, you'll probably see some trial and errors here too. But I tried to make some windows on the top here, custom windows. Yeah, it was someone wrong. So, but you'll see the way I managed to get them, and then I was like, oh shit, we already have this sort of we have these shapes here we got in the vintage pack, right?
Yeah.
See this guy?
Yep.
I was like, oh boy,
those are so good.
Why don't I just use him?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good at this. So that helped me a lot. Also saved me some pieces. So that's good. But yeah, the plan was mainly just to make like some sort of a building. I wanted to add a tower on it. I probably will in the next video or something else, because I want like a sort of a peak after you, when you see from the bridge for Galatea and you look over to the rune section. I kind of want like a half tilted tower or something, you know, on the back of it or something like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't get that far in, so I just added like two roofs we already have from Galatea. Probably recalled them and stuff, but this was only just like a little quick thing I wanted to add for the bridge to get a little bit more stuff added since it's been such a long time ago.
Yeah, I love it. Good placement next to the bridge like that, because you have a nice. It's almost like when you walk past that building, you're like, oh my god, there's a canyon there, right? Because it sort of surprises you when you walk on the bridge. It's cool.
And then I already made it like a little transition tunnel here if we want to use this for something else. You'll end up seeing. But it's mainly just a square building with some peaks and stuff, and then I make it a little bit off angle, make it a little bit like it's broken down, falling to pieces, some parts and stuff.
Yeah.
And just mixing up the textures all over.
I love how you do that, though. First, when with the windows, I really like how you always seem to find unsubscribe all the TMTK. How you always seem to find the really unique items to use. I mean, yes, the vintage pack has some items, but I rarely use them. Although we did remember that these shapes were there, so that's really cool that you're using them for these awesome windows.
I thought it was
it's really cool.
Oh, I love the rubble. I the adventure pack, I mean, I can say it again, but the adventure pack is just the pack with all this stuff here. It's amazing.
Yeah,
love it.
Me too.
Love it to bits. But yeah, as you can see here, the building is slowly coming together. It's gonna be like a square, but as I say, it can be like a restaurant or something on top. It could have been, you know, with these open windows. Also making a stairway going up there and stuff. The inside is not so pretty. It's mainly the exterior I'm focusing on, because I didn't really know, as I said, what to do with the inside of the building.
Yeah.
For now, it's just a facade that kind of like blocks the canyon's view and, you know, make people feel safe on that side of the bridge, at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I was like, what if I just try to mix a little bit of color from Galatea into this and not have it all, you know.
Yeah. Brown.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a color, so kind of like still it was something once, but not anymore.
Yeah, faded.
And then here I felt it was kind of cool to add these curtains anyways, even though, you know, you still see some curtains hanging in old buildings and stuff. But we can always move them if so. So use these Gozer temple bits here. They're freaking amazing. I still love them and I still forget they're there.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
They're so cool. So yeah, just adding bunch of stuff to the side. The first thing I do mainly is just making the broken parts and stuff, the entire build, and then afterwards I'm adding like a little bit of foliage, making the green overtake it a bit. So yeah, here I'm starting to make that stairway I was telling you about. So the building on the other side still is not properly done, because as I say, we'll probably end up adding bunch of stuff on this side as well, which we can probably cover up with tons of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, just somewhat making it look somewhat decent inside. And don't mind this path. This path is gonna get removed later on again. So, but yeah, really digging how this building ended up looking, and I think this is somewhat of a good style to kind of like move forward with for some of the other ruins and stuff.
Yes.
Because if we get all of it looking like this and maybe mix it with some wooden planks and stuff some places too, and
yeah, I think it looks really it still has that Moorish style, but it is different from the rest of the city, so that's good because that's what we're aiming for. And
right, because we kind of wanted it to be somewhat old school buildings here, like Galatea is more the new style sort of.
I'm curious to see how it looks when we blend all of our buildings together, the ones that we make together. Because, I mean, it would look different if it was only mine, and it would look very different if it was only yours. But because we blend our buildings together, it has this unique new style. And we sort of try to take from each other and learn from each other too, so it's quite fun. Yeah, and I also can't wait to jump in again.
Yeah, it's really got us... It's got us a little bit on fire again here, I feel like, with this project. It feels nice.
Yeah.
I actually have the interest to actually get in and build for 3, 4, 5 hours, you know, just use half a day in here. And that's sometimes what you need. You need that break sometimes to get over it, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Some people are really harsh on themselves because they haven't built on a certain project or they want to finish some of their projects, but sometimes you just need a fresh, new, clear mind, you know.
Exactly.
And yeah, I love how grungy this looks, and it's not because of the dirt, but the ruins and stuff. So I really like that, and different colors of the stones in the wall. Yeah, I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it too, as I feel like I thought I could use this temple texture thingy and just cover it up with a lot more other stuff, so it's just not all that texture that is, you know, too much. Because I also like the castle brick walls mixed with the temple rubbles and
exactly.
So you can see all of a sudden I added this tower pit on the side here. That was mainly just an idea. I wanted to see how it would look with a peak, so I just kept it there for now. And then I also add a little bit of a tower on this side too here. And I use this fire pit large as we talked about just before.
I love it. There it comes again.
Yep, it's just, we just need it. It's important.
I don't know if a lot of people know that you can use it as a dome roof. Because it's 4 meter wide, I think. So it fits perfectly over a wall, you know, square tower of, you know, one wall piece. Yeah. Wide.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Remember this, guys.
It's a good piece to use.
Fire pit.
Yep, remember.
Adventure pack, I think.
Best pack.
Yeah. Ooh, I love those details.
Yep, so I'm just adding a little bit of stuff here too, and I kind of like...
Trims is so important.
Want the roof to be...
Yeah,
you have to have it.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
So yeah, just adding a lot more rubble here. We're almost at the end here now of the video before we go to the cinematics.
Ooh.
But of course I need to add all the foliage and stuff first, but that's gonna be very quick.
I love it.
I don't add too much right now, but just on the front side of it at least to make it look somewhat decent. And don't mind this section, I was trying to add a little bit of an extra tower here to see how it would look, but for some weird reason, I just didn't like it wherever I placed it down, even though it kind of, yeah. I think it needs a little bit more work, brainstorming, to add that. As you can see here. Didn't go, but felt like I wanted to keep it in so people can say that, you know, we do struggle. We do have our moments.
Yeah. Trial and error, basically, is the thing.
Pretty much. So yeah, there's a little drink shop here now at least, so that's nice. And then I found out since everyone was thirsty when I had to do the cinematics, all the people were freaking here, you know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people on some of the cinematics, but you know, it is how it is.
It's good.
It's good times.
That will be
some people don't die of thirst.
Some interaction with our builds. It's good.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden, I really want those arches we have in Apex, right? With the roses and stuff. And I think they will look awesome to have, like maybe crossing over this bridge and transiting into the ruin section where we can make some of them broken up and there's less and less of them or something like that, you know? That would be kind of cool. We could try, see how
we sort of got the inspiration from a new map of a very sci-fi game. But it has some really cool design elements in it. So,
yes.
Yeah,
and we think that was gonna look pretty cool in Galatea.
Yeah, exactly. I think it will look really nice. And, next episode you will probably see a little bit more of that already.
Yes. Yes.
Because I made a little start with adding some more, how do you say it, decoration decals. No, not decals. I don't know how you call it. More decoration.
Well, just some path decoration or something. I guess some art, some mosaic art. No,
something like that. It is a little bit because it is very Moorish to have like a mosaic everywhere and some beautiful tile art with stones and stuff. So with a lot of colors as well. And I feel like mosaic is very much from that place. We're very much into the theme that we're trying to have here.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, this was it. We're here now. This is the end of the video.
The end.
We're back. Hopefully we will be back again sort of next week. So yeah, I love what you did here, Fua, and I also hope you love the addition I did to your bridge.
I love your building for sure. It's really good.
Awesome. Yeah, we they match together. They blend well together. So let's see what we have for you guys next time in Galatea. Remember to like the video if you think it deserves it, and give us your comments on what you guys think. And also, Fuaranna just started streaming, so go check her out on Twitch too. Her link is in the description below. And stay awesome, guys, and thanks for hanging with me, Fua.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, see you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Doei.